You have been traveling in a southwest direction for the past few hours now. The early morning sun casts a golden hue over the open grasslands, while a cool breeze gently rustles the wildflowers that dot the landscape. Bill, can you roll a D20 for me, please?
Oh, okay. I rolled an 8.
Interesting. Not that far away.
Come again?
I recall how agitated Bill was in regards to my awesome toplessness when we departed Umbrage Hill. So, fine, I'll put my shirt back on.
Probably for the best. Your nipples look so cold that you could cut through even the strongest adamantine.
Really? Wow, Jerry, can I use my chilly nipples as, like, thieves' tools to cut glass, pick locks and stuff?
Let me think. Absolutely not.
Oh.
I look around at the vast grasslands and say to the others, it's going to be a few hours until we meet up with the dwarves. Steve-O, do you have some kind of weird-ass Dr. Seuss instrument or some that can play a tune?
Excited, I respond, I sure do. Today's travel music will be brought to you by the strong, the powerful, the majestically screeching bagpipes.
As I hear Stephen begin to play his music, I say, I think bagpipes sound all right.
This music is giving me ear hemorrhoids.
I lean back in the wagon, relaxed, with my hands behind my head. I turn to the wizard and say, so did you learn anything new about the dead manticore?
Yes. I believe that we were able to defeat the manticore was because it was already injured. The creature had sustained previous bite and claw wounds. I've come to the conclusion that only a dragon could have done this.
I spit out the blowpipe and shout out, "Dragon, where?"
This would mean Harbin Wester was correct about a dragon being in these parts.
If you guys spot a dragon, you'll tell me, right?
Look, let's not get all angsty and pee our pants. I know Harbin. The guy's easily rattled, total city mouse bureaucrat. Never been in a fight in his life.
How do you explain the creature's wounds?
It was probably because it had just mated with some manticore broad. It's safe to assume that things would get violent when those creatures bump uglies.
Maybe.
And as for bringing it down, brother, it's because we're just that awesome.
Heck yeah. I start playing my bagpipes again, with gusto.
I'll pat the wizard on his tiny shoulder and say, we'll warn the dwarves, talk to the gnomes, and be back in Fanella by supper time. You just watch.
Energized by your bagpipes, Stephen, you pick up speed and arrive at your destination ahead of schedule.
Bagpipes, 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 bagpipes.
The endless swaths of the grasslands give way to the rocky terrain of the Sword Mountains. Gone are the open green pastures. Now there are hills which slowly change into dusty rock formations.
My fighter sense is tingling. These look like great spots for an ambush. I'll take out my light crossbow and load it.
The dirt path you are on brings you into a small canyon. Its walls rise to a height of 80 feet. At the end of the canyon, a 20-foot-high wall of black stone has a gate carved into it. The gate is clearly broken, with one stone door hanging precariously by a hinge and the other door missing. All is quiet.
I detach myself from the wagon and walk toward the gate.
I hop out of the wagon, still holding my crossbow.
I jump out also.
I'll stand in front of the broken gate and look around. What do I see?
Other than the gate, you see that the canyon floor is strewn with rubble and bereft of vegetation, except for a few tough, scraggly weeds.
Okay, I'll take a deep breath in and shout out as loud as I can. Hello!
Stephen, what the hell? Shut the up, man.
Aren't we trying to find the dwarves?
Yeah, but we don't want any monster to know we're here too.
He's right. We need to be more cautious.
Oh, sorry guys, I'll be more cautious then. You two go in first.
Fine. I quietly step through the broken gate with my crossbow raised.
Make a stealth check, please.
I have to roll with disadvantage because of my heavy armor. Ugh. I rolled a 5.
Stephen, you see Bill pass through the gate. However, you hear that his chainmail armor jingles around like a noisy bag of loose change.
When Bill gets about 20 feet ahead of the gate, I'll follow in behind him.
I follow directly behind Stephen. I got your back, bro.
Thanks, buddy.
What do we see?
All of you are slowly walking through the remains of some sort of small settlement. Chunks of crumbled walls and the stone foundations of 5 or so buildings have survived the passage of time.
I'll keep moving forward.
Bill, moving through these ruins, you arrive at a partially collapsed 10-foot-high wall. On the opposite side of the wall, you can see 3 heaps of rubble that are piled high.
Is there a section of wall I can crouch behind while I continue to look at whatever is beyond the 10-foot-high wall?
Yes, you easily find a section and kneel behind it.
I see what Bill is doing and move up next to him.
Wait for me. Me too.
All of you peer into the courtyard and can see a massive temple facade that features steps rising to a stone platform, which is hewn from the canyon's back wall. Cut into this facade is a large open doorway flanked by crumbling, life-size granite statues of cloaked dwarves.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Everyone make a perception check, please.
18.
10.
A 19.
Stephen, because you rolled the highest, you're able to hear a hushed conversation of two people talking. It sounds like it is coming from behind the stone pile that is the furthest away from you.
Interesting. I'll turn to the others and say, I got this. I stand up and approach the rock pile. I'll say, hey, dwarf guys, we are representatives from Fanella with a message for you from Harbin Wester. And please don't be a monster that will rip my face off.
The talking stops after a moment. Two short, very bearded dwarves appear from behind the stone pile. One turns to the other and says, see, I told you there was nothing to worry about.
Oh, yeah, totally friendly. I'll gesture to the others. Come on out, guys. We're all friends here.
Bill and Stephen, you come out of hiding and stand next to the centaur.
I'm Stephen the Bard. That's Bill the Fighter. And that is our gnome wizard, whose name is also Stephen.
One dwarf replies, you can call me Norbus Ironrune. That's Dazzlin Greyshard. What's this message all about?
I clear my throat and say, a dragon has been spotted in the areas around Fanella. Harbin Wester wanted you to know.
Dazzlin snorts and says, a dragon. Around here, highly unlikely.
Ha! That's what I've been telling them.
Norbus says, we got more important things to worry about than an imaginary dragon. All of you look like smart, capable individuals. Would you be interested in making some easy coin?
Hells yes.
I love
wanna make
acquiring
some
large
easy
amounts
coin.
of wealth.
I sure did.
Dazzlin pipes in. While we were excavating this temple, we were attacked by some sort of jelly creature. If you can kill the creature, we'll give you these sending stones as a reward. And maybe some of the treasure we found if you get rid of any other threats as well.
That's your problem, a pile of jelly? Let me tell you something, guys. I eat jelly for breakfast.
I'm more of a peanut butter fan, actually.
I love me some jelly.
Dazzlin and Norbus look at each other confused. Both of them step aside to allow you to pass. Dazzlin says, we have a deal then? Good luck. Norbus adds, and watch out for any surprises.
I'll take point and change out my crossbow for my trusty sword and shield.
I'll follow behind you, buddy.
Yeah, I stay in the back. It's better for everyone.
As the three of you take your first steps into the darkness beyond, Stephen, you happen to look up at one of the deteriorating statues of the hooded dwarf that flanks the temple entrance. An evil grin can be seen on its weather-worn face.
Okay, now I have a bad feeling about this.
Thanks for joining me on this mystical journey through the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. I hope you had as much fun as a halfling in a pie shop. If you enjoyed the adventure, why not hit that like button like a hangry barbarian swinging a great axe? And if you want to keep rolling with me on this quest, consider subscribing faster than a rogue pilfering your pockets. Until our next encounter, I'll leave you with this piece of wisdom. I tried playing a bard once. My charisma was so low, even the skeletons weren't impressed. They said, "Sorry, we're dead inside."